Welcome everyone to another YouTube exclusive beginner reformer. This is going to be our second workout. So let's get right into it. And please, if you like the workout, hit the like button and subscribe to us. I'm using 3 heavy springs on the Mermaid reformer. I've got my head rest up. We're going to get right into this workout. Come down onto your back, and what I want you to do is find what we call a neutral position. So a little space between your lumbar spine and the carriage. Hips are comfortable, your hip bone and pubic bone are level with the carriage. We're gonna go into our first footwork position, toes apart, heels together, arms resting. Take a big breath in for me through your nose. As you exhale, blow through pursed lips like you're blowing through a straw. That actually helps you to engage the deeper abdominal muscles, and then press away and come back in. And exhale, press and come back in. So your knees are gonna be shoulder distance apart, and as you press out, they zipper together. And you want to feel those inner thigh connections and the glutes engaged as you press out and return. So let's just do a couple more here. Press and return, and one more. Press and return. Now bring your legs together, wrap your toes over the bar, and just hug the bar with your toes. Heels relax, but keep them still in space. So as you press out, don't let them sink. As you press out, hold them suspended in space so that you're pressing away from your heels. That's where we get that nice foot and ankle connection and ankle work, deep muscle work. Press back, 3 more, exhale. Inhale to return, 2 more. And return, straighten your knees without locking them, and then return. Now, from here, we're just gonna slip up to the heels, press through the center of the heel, and come in. And again, it's an exhale out. Just take notice of your shoulders, relax them. Ribs, relax down on the carriage. Head in a comfortable position. And feel the glutes and hamstrings as you press out. 2 more. 1 more, exhale. And come back in. Now high half toe. So on the balls of the feet, heels lifted. And again, press away. And return. Press out 2. And lengthen through the knees. And again, keep the heels suspended in space. And now you're at the end of that ball of the foot. And just 2 more here. Exhale. 1 more. Let's stay out here on this one. Keeping the weight on the center of the ball of the foot. Lower the heels under by flexing the ankle. And then pick them back up. And lower under 2. And back up. Now give me a good inner thigh connection here. So draw the inner thighs toward each other. Hug the glutes toward each other. And draw the abdominals in so you feel this nice strong powerhouse right in the center. Lower and lift. 2 more. And 1 more. And lift. And come back in. Now let's go second position. Turned out. So heels on the bar, knees turned out. Press away. Feeling again that glutes and hamstrings and that inner thigh connection. Lengthening out. Coming back in. Driving the knees over the center of your feet. Shoulders stay open. This should feel actually really good. I love this because you get such good glute activation in here. And you want to focus on that for me and engage those glutes as you press out. And last 2, make sure the knees are going right over the center of the feet for me. And last 1, and dock that carriage. Then come on up. We're going to go into 2 heavy springs now. And we're going to go into feet and straps. So you're going to press out. We're going to take the straps onto your feet here. 1 at a time, pressing into that bar to help you stabilize, then press into the strap and lift the other foot up. And from here, you're going to start with your legs tabletop. And again, try to find that neutral alignment in the pelvis and lumbar spine, little space between your lumbar spine and the carriage. Keeping the legs together, just press out and come in. Exhale out, inhale in. If you can, point your toes as you're reaching away. Flex your feet. So you get a little bit of foot and ankle work in here as well. And press. And a lot of times in the beginning, guys, when you put the straps on your feet, if you're not used to working in bare feet, you may cramp through the feet and ankles. It's really normal in the beginning until those muscles kind of wake up and get used to working. So just take the straps off for a minute and move your foot around and try it again. Then from here, let's lift and lower. So we're going to go into external rotation. So that means you turn the thighs out, feet will follow. You're going to hinge up, feeling the stretch on the back of the thigh, and then lower back down. Come on up, stretch, and lower down. So as you lift the legs, I want you to think opposition here. So you want to be sinking the tailbone down as you lengthen the legs and then pull back down. Let's do that again. Inhale as you go up. Now pull from here, not from your feet. Pull from your seat. One more. And down. Now from there, we're going to keep the legs turned out. You're going to do a bend and stretch. So bend and straighten back out. Then we're going to start to learn an intermediate exercise. You open and close the legs one time and beat. Inhale, bend. Exhale out, and then you open and close. And you only need to open the legs just about shoulder distance apart. It's really about keeping a nice control and kind of a quicker beat with an exhale. Press out and beat. One more. Come in, press and beat. When you start to get that down, you're really going to feel that in your adductors, in the inner thighs. Then move a little bit away from the shoulder rest. You can keep the resistance the same, or if you want to go down a little bit, you can. And we're going to start with just a tricep extension here. Pressing, straightening the elbow, and then bending. Now we're going to add our upper body. So you're going to straighten the arms, but you're simultaneously going to come up into what's called the hundreds position, or in fitness, it's known as a crunch, although we add some things in Pilates that we don't do in fitness. Like we keep the pelvis stable. We don't allow it to curl back like that as we come up. We try to keep that lumbar spine in its same position, so neutral if you can. Now hold it up at the top here, and you're just going to straighten and bend the knees for 5, 4. Notice my elbows are soft. They're not locked. My arms are rounded forward. I'm going to do one more. Exhale out. Inhale to come in. And then lower back down. Okay, from there, we're gonna come on up, and I'm gonna turn around here, and I'm gonna go into some back rowing. So I'm gonna drop the headrest into the flat position, drop the foot bar down, and I'm gonna go into the first part of back rowing with a round back. So, legs crossed over the headrest, sit tall, make sure you have room behind you, and sink and roll down here. From there, open the arms out to the sides and just keep them there for a second. Bring them back in, flex forward, and stack the spine up. So we're kind of learning parts of the round back. Exhale, roll down, reach out, come in, fold forward, and stack up. We're going to do that again. You're going to roll down, you're going to reach out, you're going to press over, and then you're going to come back up. So we added, right? You're going to roll down, you're going to reach out, you're going to press over, and then you're going to stack back up. One more. Exhale down, sink, reach the arms out. Now push yourself over the legs, and then just relax the arms and stack back up. Now let's go into our hinge. So you're going to hinge back with your bicep curl. So it's a straight spine, and then you're going to come back up. We're going to do that again. So try not to flex or extend here. Keep lengthened. Hinge back like that. And then come back up. And let's do that again. Hinge as you do your bicep curl. So your pelvis tips back. But your eye level can stay forward here. And again, hinge. Now stay there and give me 10 curls. We did some triceps. We want to balance it out. Exhale, pull. And again, now abs are strong. And now we're going to do 5 more. 5, and 4, and 3, 2, and 1. You're going to hold it. You're going to hinge forward and sit up to the top. All right, now from there, what we're going to do is we're going to turn to the side here, have a seat. We're going to do a little spine twist. So, holding the, let's use the front strap today. And then hold it in the hand closest to it, and then line your hands up with your sternum and turn. Now I'm using one heavy spring here, but you can lower it down if you're having a hard time not using your arms. So what I want you to do is hold your arms steady and actually feel the pull from the obliques. Now get your weight centered on your sit bones, even on each sit bone if you can, and hold it there so you're not leaning forward and back. You're actually rotating and turning that rib cage. One more. And come back. Let's do that same thing to the other side here. So turn around, grab that strap in the hand closest to it, so we're doing the same thing on each side, and then you turn and come back. Remember, center your weight on your sit bones, use your breath here, Exhale, make this an oblique exercise, so pull with those side ab muscles. And again. And back, 2 more. Rotate, don't let your arms do the work here. Make your abs do the work. And come back. All right, now we're gonna take the box and place it on. We're gonna do a little back extension work. So same thing, I'm gonna use a heavy spring. Grab the box, place it in front of the shoulder rest, and then get on it like a surfboard. From here, chest off, bottom of the rib cage on, take the straps to the outside, long torso flexed over the box, pull your arms toward the floor, lengthen your spine, pull your arms up toward the ceiling, lift your chest. Let your head float up, but don't crank it back. Then lower the arms, lengthen the spine, and release all the way. Pulling and lifting. Breathe in here. Lowering and flexing. Exhale here. Abs stay strong. Pull and lift. Lower and down. Slide your hands out so they're in a Y. Now this one's a little harder. You're going to pull straight out to the sides as you lengthen the spine. Pull back and lift. Arms go to the side and flex over. Pull back and lift. Forward and over. One more. So same thing with your torso that we did on the last exercise, but now you're using the arms in a different way. Scoot back up. Go to one straight line from your head to your tail and bend your elbows and press and bend and exhale, press and do that again. You got it. And again, press and 3, 2, and 1, and then lower down. That's really great tricep and upper back work, even rear delt work there. So come on off. And we're gonna jump ahead here. We're gonna go into our version of the long stretch. It's kind of a plank exercise. We're gonna get you ready for the intermediate version. So bring that foot bar up. And what I want you to do is take your feet against the shoulder rest. I'm going to use one heavy spring, but you can adjust that if you need to. I grab the bar with my whole hand. Elbow is slightly bent, not locked. It can be straight, just don't lock it. And then roll the shoulders open here so you feel that lats engage. Open up your hips by pushing the carriage back. Start with your shoulders above your hands. Press through the knees to press back as far as you can stabilize, and then come forward. Press back, lengthen, and come forward. They're never very impressed with my workouts. And then press back, abs in, reach back, and come forward. And 2 more. Lengthen away. Inhale, exhale forward. 1 more time. Big breath in. Live dangerously. Hold on to that position. And then come forward. Now, we're going to add a spring here. I'm going to keep my knees down, but now I am going to flex my hips and I'm going to sink back into my knee stretches. So straight back, hands holding on. This is a tough one to get used to. You want to push the knees behind the hips, pull them back under. So you're moving from the hip joint back and under, keeping the shoulders way behind the hands, and you give it a little oomph. Wind up, pull without tucking the tailbone under. Let's do 5 more. 4, shoulders stay open. 3, keep the weight back on those legs. 2, and 1, and in. Now, we're gonna stand up from here. I'm still using one heavy, one light. And we're gonna put your feet down. If you need to, put your feet up here if you have really tight hamstrings. And then stand on your feet. Put your arms in that same position we were just in, but this time flex your spine. And now we do the elephant. So you press the carriage out with your legs and pull back in. Don't start shifting forward, stay back. And pull. 5, abs in. 4, and exhale. 3, and 2, and 1, and return. So the goal is to keep the spine in that flex position the whole time and just move your legs. Now I want you to go down to 1 heavy spring. We're going to turn the legs back here, and you're going to do a little bit of mermaid. So you reach up and over, and today we're going to rotate and place a hand on either side of the foot bar. Now abs in, your shoulders are square toward the springs, your hips are square to the side, and you're just bending and stretching the arms. Should be a nice stretch. Bring your hand back, turn, come up and down. We're just going to do that 1 more time. Flex over, rotate, hand on either side of the bar. Bend the elbows and press. 3, 2, try to keep that curve. 1, now come back. We're not doing the full version of the exercise, just a modification of it. And let's turn to the other side. So mermaid with rotation here, or side bend with rotation, and rotate. And then from here, bend and press the elbows out. Right there, carriage moves. And then turn back and come up. Let's do that again. Reach over, rotate, abs in, bend and stretch the elbows, moving that carriage in and out. Try to square the shoulders off with the springs, but your hips stay as square to the side as possible. 3 presses, continuously breathing, and come in. Now from here, we're gonna add, so we're gonna go to 2 heavy and 1 light spring, and we're gonna come down onto our carriage, onto our back, and put your heels on the bar. Then, a little bit of work first. You're gonna lift your hips, push the carriage out, holding this, maintain this position. Make sure your headrest is flat. Right there, pressing through the heels, and return. 2 more. 1 more. Now come in, we're gonna add here, lower the hips. We're gonna add rolling up, so hip rolls. So sequence through the spine, peeling the spine up. Now your hips are much higher. When you press out though, you let your hips lower so you can come into one straight line. Come back in, your hips lift, dock your carriage, and then roll down. Let's breathe. Exhale up, inhale, stay. Exhale as you push back the hips lower so you end up in one straight line. Inhale, the hips have to go back up as you bend your knees. Then hold the carriage at the stopper as you roll down. One more shot here. Roll up, hold, push back, come back in, roll down through all the way to the bottom. Now from there, come on up. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, please hit the like button if you liked it and subscribe to us so you see when our next workout comes out. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you later. Bye.